This is you. These are your friends. This is your team. And these are Tryhards, ready to wreck your shit. We've all been there before. We hop into the fort looking for a good time when all of a sudden some hotshot rolls into town thinking he owns the place. He's dangerous, he's cocky, and worst of all, he just won't kick the bucket. It's annoying and it often feels unfair. But if we're being honest here, it's not really their fault. Hold your nose, cause here comes the cold water. These sweaty tryhards that keep dominating us, they're not actually any sweatier or trying that much harder than we are. It pains me to say this, but they're just better at the game than us, and that's okay. Hi, I'm Jacob, I'm 21, and my best friend is a tryhard. For as long as I can remember, he's been kicking my butt at video games, and I've just never beat him. Even when we do soldier 1v1s, which is my favorite class in my favorite video game, he still wins every time. And do you want to know the sad truth of it all? Whenever we play together, I'm actually trying way harder than he is because I'm so determined to outscore him. I've come to terms with this tragic reality. But he's not the only one of his kind. Firstly, we have the Lime Scouts, named after their interesting take on fashion. What? These guys are really tough to fight because they know how to utilize Scout's quick moveset to dodge all your attacks better than Medic dodges human rights lawsuits. They get a lot of hate for being arrogant and show-offy, but honestly, I think it's kinda cool. They remind me of the Red Baron, a legendary World War I fighter pilot who painted his entire plane bright red to make it more noticeable to enemies because he was so confident he could dodge all their bullets. Next we have Tomislav heavies, named after their signature weapon. They always seem to appear at just the right place at exactly the right time for maximum destruction, and I have no idea how they do it. Nothing in TF2 is scarier than an experienced Tomislav heavy being pocketed by a Crits Creek medic. Except maybe Pyro's Diary. And yes, heavy mains, I'll admit it, your 26 kill streak is very cool, but I just think it'd be even cooler if you did it with a Brass Beast or a Huo Long Heater or something like that. But to each his own, I suppose. Lastly, we have the Anger Sniper, named for their beloved face mask and hood proudly donned upon their tiny little head. Most people seem to think it's edgy, but I think they're just helping stop the spread. And yeah, getting insta-killed from halfway across the map from someone you didn't even see is very annoying. And yes, it's no secret that on many TF2 maps, Sniper can be extremely broken. This isn't the player's fault though, and it's not even the designer's fault. They just never could have predicted that people would be this good at the game. And that's what these tryhards are. They're just people who have been playing the game for a long time and have gotten really good at it. And for that, they've earned my respect. I may never be better at the game than them, but that's why God invented random crits. And speaking of TF2's best game mechanic, let's talk about a different kind of mechanic, the engineer. Specifically the engineer known as Uncle Daniel. Now, Uncle Dante hosts the most popular TF2 community servers in the world, but a lot of people give them hate for being filled with sweaty tryhards. But let me be clear, Valve's official casual servers just have more new players than Uncletopia servers. That's it. That's all there is to it, really. It just makes sense that the servers built by the guy who teaches people how to be better at the game is filled with players who are better at the game. Yes, playing on Uncletopia is like playing the game on hard mode, but I think it's awesome that we have that choice. If I want to roll up my sleeves and do some hardcore video gaming, then you know I'm gonna head over to Uncletopia, but if I just want to sit back, relax, and get a couple funny frags, I'll either play on my Grouchland servers or Valve's official casual servers. The Uncletopians aren't even toxic, which, if you ask me, is the only really problematic kind of player. Now, if you want to talk about sweaty tryhards, go boot up a couple competitive matches of Overwatch 2 and then come tell me that Uncletopia sucks. I think you may find a newfound respect for it after going through that kind of trauma. So, on behalf of all the filthy casuals of the world, I would like to offer a truce to you tryhards. We promise not to get mad at you when you slaughter innocent friendlies, or only play one freaking class, or when you have a medic shoved so far up your when you have a pocket medic. We promise not to get mad at any of that, if you promise not to get mad at us when we taunt after that epic random crit that ends your godlike killing spree. Deal?